Hi guys, I'm the bass player for Made of Iron, the French tribute to Iron Maiden. As you can see, I've already shot a lot of bass covers from Iron Maiden mainly. As a result, some viewers asked me to make a tutorial on how to play like Steve Harris. I decided to help you on this subject, inasmuch as I myself was deeply influenced by his technique and may discuss about it since it is also my own with a few tiny exceptions. Steve plays the bass with only two techniques: full finger playing and arpeggio. He never uses a pick and never slaps either. When everybody wants to know about Steve's technique, they always refer to the right hand, for his left hand does not really differ from other rock bass players, except that he can jump from one string to another very quickly. But anyway, the left hand is not the point here. First of all, let's compare the regular player and Steve. The main difference is how and where the hand finds what I call its anchorage point. The regular player generally sticks his thumb on the pickup, or for the most adventurous, on the big string. It is his anchorage point along with the forearm on the top of the body. And once there, the thumb remains there, maybe a few adjustments, pivoting, etc. But the spot remains the same, the pickup and or the big string. Therefore, when the player wants to reach the G string, he has to bend his wrist as it moves forward. That's what I call the duck hand. Quack quack. Steve moves his thumb up and down along with the hand. His only anchorage point is his wrist and bottom left of his palm, what I call here the realm. This is where the hand rests, not the thumb. You might think the thumb rests on a string, but it is just a guide, not an anchorage point. There's very little thumb pressure on the string actually. In fact, it could play exactly the same way if his thumb were missing. The realm never goes off the body of the bass. It's why Steve always wears sponge wristbands to avoid friction burns. The strength is concentrated on the realm. It then allows him to do a lot of unconventional things with his hand, which in turn forged his own very personal technique. The anchorage point, the thumb or the realm, is the big difference between regular players and Steve. He uses only two fingers, index and middle finger. Sometimes we may think he uses his ring finger, but he doesn't. Upon his own confession, by the way. Since his anchorage point is the realm, his hand has to be a bit twisted to the right. The strings got hit by the middle right side of the finger. You'll notice after a few weeks that the tough skin you usually get in the middle will now be a bit off center. Steve also seems to move the whole hand with each finger, which may be more tiring than moving the fingers alone, but may sound punchier maybe. That's why he seems to keep his fingers always stuck to one another. His ring finger and pinky seem to move along with the first two. That's what I don't do myself. I move my fingers one by one. My ring finger and pinky just disengage and remain up in the air most of the time. When he plays arpeggios over two strings, the anchorage point is on the tip of the pinky and ring finger. When he uses three strings, it's only on the tip of the pinky. The strings are actually played by the thumb and the index finger, and the middle one when playing over three strings. On both techniques, full finger or arpeggio, the main feature of Steve's technique is the metallic clicking. It has two reasons. The string height is at its minimum, and the fingers move from the first phalange instead of just the second or even the third, as most beginners usually do. It gives the fingers more weight, more momentum, more inertia, a better impact. As you can see, anchorage point is crucial to play sharp and easy. You gain precision and it's less tiring. The closer to the string, the stronger the anchorage point, the sharper and cleaner the notes. When you start using this technique, even if you're already an experienced bass player, you may have blisters in this area. Be careful, however, for when a blister appears, it's a very long and painful way to go before complete healing. You definitely want to avoid them. That's why I always carry ice cube with me before a long rehearsal or venue. Here's a trick. Just put a regular plastic bottle of water in the freezer the day before and take it out just before rehearsing. You'll have fresh water all the way and a spot to rest your fingers for 20 to 30 seconds between songs. It's one of the best blister prevention techniques I've ever used. In winter, if you forgot your bottle and if your practice room is cold as usual, you may use the metal cymbal stands to cool your fingers. Well, I hope this tutorial casts light upon Steve's technique. Feel free to like, share and comment down here. I'll be glad to read and answer constructive comments. Please visit my bass covers here and my live shows with my tribute band here. I wish you wonderful Iron Maiden hand.